Welcome back to the Creative Writing Club, the place where we turn overwhelmed students into confident thinkers and storytellers. Today, we're not writing poems or crafting characters. Instead, we're tackling something every writer and every student needs: how to read critically without drowning in pages of text. Whether you're in high school or college, if your teachers assign 20-page readings like it's nothing, this video is for you. Let's make reading smarter, faster, and way more intentional, starting right now. Ever opened a reading assignment and thought, there's no way I'm getting through all this tonight? Yeah, same. But here's a secret your teachers wish you used sooner. Skimming isn't cheating, it's a strategy. And when you skim the right way, you actually read more critically, not less. Today, I'll show you how. Critical reading isn't about reading every word. It's about knowing what the text is doing and what you need from it. Skimming helps you build a mental map of the text, identify arguments and claims, spot what deserves a deeper dive, and save time while actually understanding more. Think of it as reading with a spotlight instead of a floodlight. Before you read anything closely, do this 1 minute scan. Step 1: look at the title and headings. Ask, what topic am I dealing with? What direction is this text talking about? Step 2: look at the first paragraph and last paragraphs. These usually reveal the author's purpose and conclusion. Then look at step 3, the topic sentences. Read the first sentence of each paragraph. This gives you the skeleton of the argument. Look at step 4 as well, the visuals and formatting, where there's bold, italic, and keywords, graphs, examples, or definitions. These are the author's way of waving flags and saying, this matters. This whole process is under a minute, and now you know 60 to 70% of the text structure before reading a single chunk closely. Upon reaching the threshold of determining how to elevate one's skimming to the critical reading level, it's a quick multi step process where we utilize the question first strategy. To start off, you should always read with a question in mind. For a classroom assignment, try these. What problem is the author trying to solve? What is the main claim or argument? How does each section support that claim? What evidence is used, and is it convincing? When your brain hunts for answers, reading itself becomes active instead of being passive. Another good strategy to use when you're flooded with a heavy reading assignment for a literature class or any class in general would be to carry out smart skimming. Let's say you're assigned a 6-page article for tomorrow. Here's how a critical skimmer would tackle it. Step 1: skim the roadmap. You do the pre read to figure out structure of the whole paper in general. Step 2: zoom in on argument heavy sections. Look for a thesis statement or statements and transition words such as however, therefore, in contrast. You should also look for evidence paragraphs and examples of counter arguments. Step 3: skip or skim low volume sections. You do not need to read repetitive examples, long anecdotes, extended backgrounds you already know, or over explanations when something is clearly a filler. Step 4: pause when something feels important. That's your cue to slow down and read closely. Step 5: summarize in one sentence. You should aim to ask yourself, if I had to explain this section to my friend in a hallway, what would I say? If you can summarize, you understand. If you can't, you skimmed too fast. Whether you're in high school or college, teachers love it when you skim strategically because it shows up in your work. You'll be able to ask stronger questions in class, spot the author's assumptions, identify biases, compare texts more easily, write more thoughtful essays, finish reading without burnout. Essentially, you don't get points for suffering, you get points for thinking. When you're learning a new skill, making mistakes are completely normal, but you can avoid the most common ones if you recognize that the following pitfalls are worth steering clear of: skimming too fast, in which you miss the structure; skipping the intro and conclusion, because you don't want to do that, they carry the main arguments; reading without purpose. If you don't have any questions when you go into reading, then there's no critical thinking coming from you. Not pausing for complex parts. For the complex parts, those sections need more slow reading and detailed thought processes and analyses. If this helped you read more confidently, imagine what your writing is going to look like next. Critical reading fuels creative thinking, and that's exactly what we do here at the Creative Writing Club. So, if you want more strategies that make school easier and make your writing stronger, hit like, subscribe, and share this with anyone drowning in homework tonight. Drop a comment below telling me which skill you want me to break down next, whether it's annotation, outlining, essay planning, or anything else. Until then, keep writing bravely and thinking deeply. See you in the next meeting of Creative Writing Club.